Happy Friday. I'm Megyn Kelly, and we begin this Friday morning with a true crime mystery. A terrifying and seemingly random crime that went unsolved for years. The only real witness, a 3-year-old girl. The case was cold for years, until it wasn't. Watch this.
March 15th, 2000. In a quiet community in Central Florida, 72-year-old Margarita Ruiz and her 41-year-old daughter, Hope Wells, were brutally murdered in their own home.
She was the mother to all of us. She was a great woman. She was a great wife, grandmother, sister, aunt. She was the backbone of our family.
At the time of the homicides, Margarita and Hope were babysitting Margarita's son Ruben's 2 young children. Hope's husband remembers arriving home the day of his wife's murder.
I jumped out of the vehicle. I looked over at Ruben, and he was standing there with 2 kids. And he looked at me and he shook his hands. And I knew something was wrong.
One of the first men on the scene, lead investigator, Chief Gary Brannen.
And this is the bedroom where the bodies were found. Mrs. Ruiz was over here, between the window and the bed. She had been stabbed 3 times in the neck, and we later learned that she had 2 gunshot wounds. Hope, she had an obvious gunshot wound to the chin area, and then she had been stabbed in the neck 7 times. It was definitely overkill. They were stabbed after they were dead. It was unnecessary.
The question on everyone's mind, why? The women were not sexually assaulted. The house was not robbed, and there was no apparent motive. The only break in the case, they did have 2 witnesses, Margarita Ruiz's grandchildren. Since 1-year-old Trevor was barely talking, justice for the Ruiz family rested on 3-year-old Page.
Joining me now, Page Ruiz, who is now 21 years old, along with Chief Deputy Gary Brannen, the lead investigator on the case, and Judge John Tyson, a former prosecutor who has a unique connection to this case. I want to tell our audience this case is being featured on Investigation Discovery's show, True Conviction, which I can highly recommend to you. Welcome all. Thank you so much for being here. Paige, let me start with you. You were just 3 years old and the only witness to this crime who's capable of talking about it at all. Sitting here today, do you have any active memory of it?
I remember that whole day. From the time there was a knock at the door to the time my dad had gotten me from the police.
Did you witness the murders?
I did. I remember from when they knocked on the door to when I ran underneath the table to hearing the yelling and the screaming and the loud booms until the suspect had left the scene and seeing the green car back out of the driveway.
Did he see you at all?
Not that I know of.
Do you believe that's why your life was spared?
I do.
And where was your little brother at the time?
He was actually in the living room at the time, in plain sight.
In plain sight? Okay. And do you remember the trauma of that? I mean, as a 3-year-old, do you have any recollection of understanding, how traumatic that was?
I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know to what extent.
Gary, you were the lead investigator on the case.
Yes.
And the first thing that jumped out at me in that tape piece is overkill. He stabbed the bodies after they had already died. What did that tell you?
Well, it told us that whoever went there to kill. There was no discussion about it. It had every indication of a serial type killer or somebody that was mentally disturbed to the point to where they wanted to do this and for the art of killing, so to speak.
The problem for you, among others, was that your only eyewitness was 3 years old. And Paige gave you initial information when she was 3, and what did she say?
She told us at that time that it was a black male in a green car, and that he had came to the back door, and that her grandmother had met the man at the back door, and that's where the violence began. And then she went under the table.
You pursued those leads following that for years and came up empty. 4, 5 years later, you got an idea to use Paige in a different way. Tell us what it was.
Well, we had decided to reopen the case after a while. When leads had dwindled down to very little and tips weren't coming in, I decided to look into the possibility of hypnosis, forensic hypnosis. And I did a web search, and a man by the name of Mark Howell out of Texas, a retired inspector with DPS out there, his name came up. I called him, and he said he would try it. He had never hypnotized a child this young. And he came to Florida and did that for us.
Do you have any memory of that, Paige, of him doing that?
I remember being told that they were gonna try to hypnotize me. I remember meeting with the guy, but from then on, I don't remember anything from that day.
Wow. But she did give important information in that session, Gary. Tell us what it was.
Well, we found out that she had never seen the skin tone of the offender. That what she was talking about was the color of his pants legs. That when she was under the table, there was a tablecloth that dropped down a little bit, and she couldn't see the skin. And then we found out that we didn't know now, are we looking for a black male, a Hispanic male, or a white male?
Completely changed the profile of the suspect and opened up the possibilities for you guys. And yet, still, you couldn't find the guy, right? I mean, still, you didn't know who it was.
No. I think a lot of people believe that forensic science today will solve any crime. But when you think about what this offender did in the house, he left very little evidence behind in that way.
So the case was cold, and Gary labored under this, seeing the family, wanting to find the killer, not knowing how to do it, right? How to do it. Then 2,000, almost 3,000 miles away up in Wisconsin, something happened that would change everything. And that is why we have Judge John Tyson here, who is a former prosecutor. So in Wisconsin, you were the DA at the time. And tell us the first thing that happened that would ultimately draw you together to these two people.
Well, I prosecuted a homicide in Chippewa County, Wisconsin, and ended up really losing the case.
So a woman was killed in her home. How old was she?
She was I think she was in her 40s.
Mary Jane Markwart.
Markwart, correct.
Markwart. And how was she murdered?
She was murdered in her home, and she had been shot, and she had been stabbed repeatedly.
So one of the curious things about her murder is when they found the body, there was her own comforter from her own bed was draped over the body, which said what to you?
Well, it said to everyone that first of all, just the fact that it was a comforter, that the perpetrator probably wanted to comfort this victim, but also that the person had to go to her room, which was up the stairs through the house, down the hall, back down the same area, and return that comforter. It seemed like the person must have known the victim.
This murder happened in
2000.
March of 2000. And this murder happened in March of 2000. So you get assigned to look into the case. They took a hard look at Mary Jane's husband, as they always do, and they ruled him out. Then they started to take a hard look at Mary Jane's son, who lived in a remote cabin and got a search warrant and went through his house and wound up arresting him. Then they got another search warrant, went through his house. And they got a third search warrant. It wasn't until the third search warrant that they found a gun. And was that gun the murder weapon?
It was the murder weapon for Mary Jane Markwart, yes.
So John's got to try this case. One of the problems you faced wasn't until the third search warrant.
The perpetrator was in jail while the murder weapon was searched. They searched for the murder weapon in his house, and they did not find it. On the third search warrant, they did find it. He had been in jail the whole time.
Had they found a knife on him?
They had found a knife in his pocket, and the knife had DNA of both him and his mother on it.
Of his mother, of his own mother?
Yes.
And it had other DNA as well, didn't it?
It had the DNA of two unidentified, familially related women.
Not related to Mary Jane, but the two women whose DNA was also on the knife were related to one another.
For 6 years, and throughout the course of the trial, we had no idea whose DNA was on that knife.
But they would learn. They would find out whose it was. And how they put that together and what happened next will stun you. That's right after this break.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.